Welcome back to my channel. In today's tutorial, we will be cutting a long wolf cut, also known as the shag haircut. We start with taking a center parting. We now take diagonal back sections, approximately an inch thick, on both sides. Taking thick sections as our guide can help to prevent holes or gaps from forming when connecting the sides into the fringe area, as the recession area has less hair. We now cut our guide for the haircut. It's important to determine how long or short you want your face framing and fringe to be before cutting this section. Cutting this section low will create more weight, and cutting this section higher will remove more weight, creating a more layered result. I am taking my fringe section with low or zero elevation and cutting my guide approximately 1 inch below the chin area. I now elevate the side sections straight out at 90 degrees from the section whilst using the length of my fringe area as my guide. Elevating the side sections will help to increase length in the sides whilst connecting the sides into the fringe, creating beautiful face framing. We repeat the same process on the opposite side. After we finish cutting this section, we change our elevation and distribution. We start to elevate 90 degrees up towards the roof, while increasing our guide with every section. This is a different technique from my previous wolf cut, shag haircut tutorials. We continue to take diagonal back sections, approximately a finger's width. With our second section, we change our body position to standing behind our guest. We elevate this section 90 degrees, straight up from its base. Once you see your guide, we simply continue to elevate our fingers over our guide, approximately 1 finger's width over. We now have our new guide for section number 2. We continue this process with every section, continuing to elevate past our guide with every new section. This technique helps to increase length, whilst creating mass seamless texture to your wolf cut or shag haircut. We continue to take clean sections, working with even tension and hair hydration. Every new section is cut on base, elevation is 90 degrees towards the roof, and our cutting guide also continues to elevate 1 finger length past your previous guide. This technique will create a rounded long soft fringe that connects into face framing, creating seamless, almost invisible internal layers. This haircut will look more diffused and soft because it is longer. If you were to cut this shape mid-length, it would look a lot edgier and fun, and if you were to cut it this shape short, it would look like an amazing, androgynous mullet haircut. This is a great option for your clients who love that effortless, beautiful, layered Victoria's Secret look. This haircut can be styled to look boho or glam. This haircut doesn't only suit a lot of different people, it can suit a wide variety of girls with completely different styles. We continue this process until we reach the back of the top zone. We now take our previous section, that remains our stationary guide, for the back section. I have chosen to cut the back section with a long square layer technique, taking horizontal sections, elevating straight up towards the roof at 90 degrees, following our stationary guide from the previous zone. You can choose to continue the same process as the front zone by elevating our cutting guide, or simply cut a square stationary line. The first option will create slightly longer and more textured layers, and the second option will create seamless long square layers. We continue this process until we complete this zone. Once we finish this section, we wrap dry and prepare the haircut for refining and personalizing. If you like this tutorial, you should definitely check out my mid-length shag haircut. Check out the link above or in the description below. This is our long wolf cut. This shape creates beautiful long seamless layers and amazing face framing. I am using a point cutting technique to cut the corner off the center point of my fringe. This will help the fringe to sweep back and be more wearable for our guest. Simply position your fingers as your guide, and simply point cut a soft textured line to remove the corner. I am now elevating and point cutting deep into my sections to create more softness and texture. Your fringe area may look and feel heavier, as it was cut with low or zero elevation. Now is the time to refine and blend this section into the rest of your haircut. We now assess whether our shape needs refining and more texture. You may find that you don't need to texturize the haircut because of our technique. Increasing our guide has diffused our layers. The more and more you utilize this technique, you will find you don't need to refine your haircuts as often. I have chosen to refine with more point cutting. You could choose to utilize channel cutting to increase texture, depending on your desired result. Long seamless beautiful layers. This haircut is amazing for straight, wavy, and curly hair types. You could cut a heavy solid fringe, a textured round fringe, a side sweepy fringe, or a curtain bang. This haircut is perfect for short, medium, and long haircuts. This is a great option for your guests who like long layers that want something a little different. I love how this haircut is so versatile. It looks amazing with effortless beach waves. It can be styled to look glam or boho. It can be cut with a short or long fringe. It can be worn with a center or side part. It grows out beautifully, and it can be cut at any length. This haircut is a really fun and versatile, definitely one you should introduce to your guests. Stay tuned for a much shorter, textured version of this wolf cut. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you learned something new, or if you liked this haircut, let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned to see how I color this haircut in my next tutorial. And if you haven't already, do me a massive favor and hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit the bell icon so you don't miss out on any of my weekly tutorials. Thank you so much for watching my long wolf cut haircut tutorial.